Hey everybody, this is Mike Guglielmi from Sons of a Pitch Soccer Podcast. I am back for another week of MLS picks and predictions going into this weekend, the weekend of September 29th. All of the games, minus the midweek games from last week, are all on Sunday, getting ready for Decision Day. We are only 1 week away from Decision Day. Last week was not a good week. 5-7 record. Under 500 again for the second week in a row. That takes my total all-time record to 38-44. We're slipping a little bit here, but I'm back to give you my picks and predictions for this weekend's games, well, Sunday's games. 12 games on the slate. Lots of good games. They're starting to split it up now, getting ready for Decision Day. The Eastern Conference games are at 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern. And the West Coast games are 6:30 Central Time and 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So here we go. Let's jump right into these games. First off, we've got the Atlantic Cup rematch, so to say, the second matchup here. New York Red Bulls and DC United. New York Red Bulls hosting this one. Both teams kind of went through a bit of a slump, right? They were not so good for a while. Then they turned it. Both teams have turned it around now. DC with a couple good results. New York with a couple good results. My pick in this one is New York Red Bulls to win. I think that just because they're at home at Red Bull Arena, they will get it done over DC United. Second game up is Montreal Impact hosting Atlanta United. Here you've got a Montreal team that's really high, just came off a Canadian Championship victory over Toronto FC, won that one in penalties to claim the Canadian Championship, the Voyageurs Cup. And you've got Atlanta United, who is playing pretty decent right now. My take in this game is Montreal is going to be tired. They put out their best lineup, gave it everything they had for their season, really. They basically threw away their playoff chances by resting a lot of their guys in LA last week. So I think this game is all Atlanta United. My pick, Atlanta United to get the 3 points on the road at Stade Saputo. New England Revolution hosting New York City FC. New York City, number one in the Eastern Conference. They are holding on to that bye, top in the East, ready to go. They might even have it sealed up by now with the recent results from Atlanta and Philadelphia. But this one, I think because it is in Gillette Stadium, I think New England, who is fighting for that last playoff spot, the only playoff spot that's still up in the Eastern Conference, my pick is a draw. Chicago Fire hosting Toronto FC. This one, I'm going to be there. Come find me. I'll have this shirt on. I'll probably have a red, TFC scarf on with a black Jays cap. I'll be up there in section 203, way up in the top corner. If you are watching and you're a TFC fan, come find me. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. This game, though, as far as a pick is concerned, I think that Chicago is going to come out on top in this one. My pick is the Chicago Fire to win this game based on the fact that Toronto FC put out their best 11 against LAFC last week. They came back with almost the same 11 in the Canadian Championship final to try and get that result, which did not happen because they lost on penalties. I think you're going to have a tired TFC squad that's going to kind of rotate into the B squad for this one, trying to get it done against Chicago. Plus, it's the last game at Toyota Park, SeatGeek Stadium, the last game in Bridgeview for the Chicago Fire. So I think they're going to come out with a chip on their shoulder and take the 3 points in this game. Columbus Crew hosting the Philadelphia Union. Dupe has got to get it done in this game. Playing a team who is eliminated from the playoffs. Columbus is done. They can't, they might mathematically not be done, but they're pretty much done. Philadelphia trying to fight for a good seeding, a home game, maybe two in the playoffs. My pick in this game is Dupe, Philadelphia Union to get the full 3 points at Mopfree Stadium in Columbus. The last Eastern Conference game, FC Cincinnati hosting Orlando City. FC Cincinnati is done and dusted. They've been eliminated from the playoffs for quite a while. Orlando City just fighting for that last playoff spot on the road. My pick in this game is Orlando City. They have got to get the result. I think they will come out strong and take out the worst team in MLS this season. Now we jump to the Western Conference. Minnesota United hosting LAFC. Minnesota United, they're pushing for playoff positioning, right? They're trying to get into a home game, maybe two, right there at the top of the West. LAFC has clinched the Shield. Congratulations to LAFC for winning the Supporters' Shield and really dominating this season as the best team in MLS. However, because of the circumstances, because they've already wrapped it up, and because Minnesota's still fighting for one of those good playoff spots, my pick in this game is Minnesota United to take all 3 points. Colorado Rapids hosting FC Dallas. FC Dallas really fighting to get into the playoffs. Colorado has been on a high since they have brought in Robin Fraser. They've played extremely well. They've got a good squad that's really trying to hold their jobs for next season. I see this game going Colorado's way. Colorado is my pick to win. The Rapids will take it. LA Galaxy hosting the Vancouver Whitecaps. So here's a Galaxy side that clinched a playoff position over the weekend and the midweek. And you've got a Vancouver side who is completely out. They are eliminated from playoff contention. Last game against Columbus, we talked about it on our podcast episode last week. Just completely gutted, a horrible performance. Now they got to go on the road. I can't see anything but a blowout from LA Galaxy. Maybe they rest some players. I doubt it. I think they will come out with their best squad just to try and help that seeding a little bit. My pick in this one is LA Galaxy to win. San Jose Earthquakes hosting Seattle Sounders. Seattle's got a playoff spot wrapped up. San Jose does not yet have a spot wrapped up. This game is at Avaya Stadium in San Jose. My pick in this game is San Jose Earthquakes. Going to ride that bump of having Chris Wondolowski hanging out in the supporters section. Some of our followers taking pictures with him there at the game. Great look for Chris Wondolowski, one of the best ever to apply his trade in MLS. San Jose gets it done and wins this one. Real Salt Lake hosting Houston Dynamo. This is another one. You've got a team that's in the playoff hunt, trying to get seeding, trying to pick up that one of the last few spots in the Western Conference against a team who was eliminated when they lost to LAFC, and LAFC won the Shield. So this one, being that it's in Salt Lake at Rio Tinto, my pick is Real Salt Lake to get the 3 points and help their playoff positioning. The last game of the weekend, Sporting Kansas City hosting Portland Timbers. Here's a Portland side who has not scored. They are in disarray, complete disarray. It's a road game. Most of their games have been at home. It's a road game. I think the change of scenery is going to help Portland. They are right there trying to get into the playoffs. Sporting Kansas City is basically eliminated. This game, I think Portland comes out extremely strong to get ready for a big tilt on decision day. My pick in this game is the Portland Timbers to win. So there you have it. There's my picks on all 12 games on Sunday. We're ready to go. This is a great week of soccer. We've got one more week after this, Decision Day, which is always exciting. Thank you for joining us for my picks and predictions. Find us at SOP Soccer on Twitter. Get in the conversation. Listen to our podcast. Subscribe, download, like our stuff here on YouTube. Subscribe to us so you don't miss any picks. Don't miss any podcast episodes. We're trying to grow this YouTube venture. Sponsorships are still available for the podcast side of things as well as the YouTube side of things. We are getting ready. We're putting the final touches on a launch for our swag, our apparel. It's really close. We're almost there, so we'll be able to start selling this stuff. You guys can start repping our podcast out in the streets, which would be much appreciated. Can't wait for that. Probably about a week or so, maybe a bit of a playoff push. But there you go. There you have it. There's the picks. Thanks for joining us. Everybody enjoy the soccer this weekend. We will talk to you guys soon. Take it easy.